Hi, and thank you for joining me for day 5 on our series on navigating and leading through uncertainty. Today, we're going to be talking about one-to-one, specifically virtual one-to-one. But before we dive into this, I thought it'd be a good idea to touch on how we can make the most of our one-to-ones, whether they are in person or conducted virtually. So first is setting a consistent schedule and honoring it. Make sure you do everything in your power not to push back one-to-ones, reschedule, or worse off, cancel one-to-ones. This could inadvertently send a signal to your employees that you don't respect and value your time with them, which I know is the last thing that you want to do. Next is utilizing a shared agenda. The one-to-one should really be collaborative between you and your team members. So find a spot that you can both share the agenda, add items to it. It has the added benefit as well that you both know what the other person wants to talk about in advance and can prepare accordingly. Third is minimizing distraction. You want employees to know that you're engaged in the conversation, you're present, you're listening. So put your cell phone in a drawer, shut your laptop, silence your desk phone, all things that could be potential distraction throughout the meeting. Next up is empower your team members and employees to own the meeting. What does this look like? So in the beginning, just ask them what's on their mind, and then from there on out, let them drive the conversation. Make sure that you're addressing all of their agenda items first, prior to moving on to your own. And then expressing gratitude. So we all know appreciation and sharing appreciation and saying thank you goes a long way with all of us, right? So it's incorporating this regularly into your one-to-ones, making sure you're getting good feedback from colleagues, from clients, getting feedback on the proposals, and making sure that you are sharing this positive feedback and appreciation with your employees on a regular basis. And this next one is really important to me. Don't blindside your employees in the one-to-one. What do I mean by that? Keep your one-to-ones based on kind of agenda items and kind of focus on empowering your employees specifically. If you need to have a tougher conversation around a performance issue, etc., is have that separate from your one-to-one. This way employees aren't coming into your one-to-one guarded, that they're kind of keeping that open dialogue and trust and communication, and then having those tougher conversations separately. And one-to-one are a great opportunity to check in on goals as well as career path and plans. Now, you may be meeting on a frequent basis, so this doesn't necessarily need to be discussed at each one-to-one, but make sure you're checking in and touching base with your team members on these specific items, at least on a quarterly basis. And then lastly, before you end any meeting, is making sure that you clarify action items and next steps. This is particularly important with respect to who owns it and any due dates or timelines that your employee needs to be aware of. This can avoid any frustration regarding a lack of clarity around expectations in the future. And lastly, let's talk a little bit about tips specifically for virtual one-to-one. Everything we already discussed equally applies to virtual one-to-one. We're just going to add a few extra tips for making sure that these one-to-ones are as impactful and successful as possible. So first up is using video over phone. I know sometimes people are resistant to utilizing video, but this is incredibly important to fostering that connection with your employees. Just set that expectation at the get-go that you will be using video on both sides for each of your one-to-ones. And then next is starting on a personal note with your meeting. When people are remote, you don't have those same opportunities on running into each other in the kitchen, in a break room, in the hallway, and kind of having that casual chit-chat. So make sure you start each meeting just kind of catching up about life, family, friends, travel plans, etc. Make sure you're getting comfortable with the different tools that are incorporated into your video conferencing software that you're using. A really good one is the screen sharing. This is a great opportunity when you're onboarding new employees as well as training a team member on something, is being very comfortable with that screen share functionality as well as any other collaboration tools that are built into the software that you're using. And then lastly, I know we talked about distraction on the prior slide. I just want to re-emphasize it here. is because everything's amplified on more of that virtual one-to-one. So making sure that you silence your phone and turn off those computer notifications. It can be incredibly distracting when you have kind of those pings going off, or if you're sharing your screen, you have the pop-up email notification. So once again, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope you found at least one or two tips that you can take back and apply to your future one-to-ones. In our next session, we will be diving into how to lead impactful virtual team meetings. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.